What's up, guys, I am speechless. I found this video, and no wonder these modern women are getting divorced so fast. With advice like this is insane. Straight from the asylum. Let's get it.
Very best piece of advice I've ever received about divorce came in the early days of my own divorce from a friend who'd never been divorced and in fact wasn't even married at the time. She said something so powerful, it really got in there, and it still rings true today, and I share it with my divorce coaching clients often. Here's the best piece of divorce advice I've ever heard. Your life is bigger than one man. Let's extend it. Your life is bigger than one relationship, one marriage, one moment in time. Even if that relationship comes with good intentions and oodles of love and big dreams and a home and kids and memories and vacations, what happens if you release your grasp that this relationship defines the whole of you and the whole of your life to see what could come next, what is happening now? There was a time before this relationship. You are heading into the next part. What are the possibilities that extend far beyond this one person?
Wow. I mean, where's the straight jacket? I mean, how would they let these people from the asylum? And who the hell in the first place married a nutcase like that? I don't get it. With advice like this, no wonder women are running left and right getting divorced, because their life is not defined by just one man and the possibility of happiness for the rest of their life, kids and memories and all the good things that everyone strives to live for in this world, in this life. Advice like this ruins everything. Wow. I mean, my wife wake up one day and say she's not happy after 26 years. And that was it. Unbelievable. Woo! That was something, guys. That was something. That was a head scratcher. I think she needed her medication. I think they need to restrain her. I don't know. I mean, I thought she was that fictional character. I thought she was straight from the movies. Well, she's actually real. God damn, you can't make this shit up. I'm speechless.
Why are you crying?
I was on your computer and I found a file that says my documents.
Oh my god.
And I don't understand why it doesn't say our documents.
Are you serious? Come on. Get out of here.
Why is it not us?
Oh god.
Us documents.
Couples who live together before marrying have nearly an 80% higher divorce rate than those who do not.
Which is crazy because you'd think you'd be the opposite because, like, for example, I lived with my boyfriend for 5 years and we broke up because we knew we weren't compatible because we lived together.
Because living together is the way you find out.
Yeah.
That's what I would think.
Did you and Graham?
No.
Which I didn't know that until yesterday.
Do you know why no one knew it?
Why?
Because I used to be like, I thought that was shameful.
No, I would.
Because I was the minority of it. Like, I never told anybody that Graham and I never lived together because all of my friends did. I'm like, of course the natural step would have been to move in together. You save on rent. I get to know how you do the dishes. We get to do all of these things beforehand before we get married. But we literally came back from the honeymoon and moved in. Couples who
divorce rates. Statistically, what has the highest divorce rates? Usually it's marrying young, but it's also what raises it to the 50% is the second, third, fourth marriages, which have like an 80% failure rate. From what I've seen, people who have an education, who make a certain amount of money, more than like $80,000 a year, who marry above the age of 25, I think the divorce rate was more like 25, 30%. It's still high, but still less than the 50% when you account for all these other variables. Now, the other thing is that maybe they haven't been married long enough to see the divorce, but they are marrying later with a lower divorce rate so far.
Wonder why divorce is at an all-time high and substantially growing every single year. Well, one main reason for it that we can all agree on is social media. Social media has created unrealistic expectations from our partners both from financial to physical features to motherhood and fatherhood, and you're constantly comparing, so you're never going to be happy. The other one is options. Everyone is accessible. Everyone is reachable. All you need is somebody's first and last name, and you can more than likely find them. That can create turmoil. So the next one that I really want to talk about is the reasons why people are getting married that's causing divorce. Many people feel pressure, especially those coming from traditional and cultural backgrounds, to get married. Look at the time. It's time to settle. It's time to get married. All your friends are married. As much as my mom and dad would love for me to get married sooner rather than later, newsflash, mom and dad, I have to live with this person for the rest of my life, not you. I have to create a future with this person and figure it out. So it's easy to point the finger and tell me what to do, but not understanding how much work it takes to do it. Next thing is I see many people date somebody 6 months, 1 year, whatever, and proposing. Guys, pump the brakes. You don't even know this person's favorite color, let alone their personal traits, their behavioral patterns, their family, who they come from and where they come from. Some people are like, well, you know what? All my friends are married. I get that. Find new friends until you're ready, until you know for certain that you are ready to get married. Those are two main reasons for me, in my opinion, why divorce is at such a high rate of growth.
The advice that I received after from another woman who coached me was that if you think that you're going to want to go down the path of divorce, you don't fucking even mention the word for 3 months. In those 3 months, you need to be preparing for, how am I going to handle myself financially? How am I going to handle myself spiritually? What are the desires of my heart? What way and direction will I point my life into after this step? So that all of those hard questions and things that freak you out can be put to rest before you even broach the subject. Then you can come to the subject of if there should be a divorce or not with a clear head, because there's nothing else weighing on you.
What's the first thing somebody should do when their divorce is completely final?
You definitely want to move on with your life. Theoretically, that may mean another partner in the future. So I think the way you do that mentally and emotionally is start working on you. Now it's a time to get a professional involved to deal with the mental emotional. First thing I usually say is talk to your lawyer, go over your agreement, make sure you understand it. After you do that, the nuts and bolts things, the license, the beneficiaries, the life insurance, etc. Next thing, and maybe contemporaneous with that, probably contemporaneous with that, is work with a professional to work on you. Because now, I think in many ways for people, if you've been married to somebody 15 years, you've evolved as a person, sometimes you might not even know yourself. Now it's time to rediscover yourself. And once you rediscover and understand yourself, you're gonna put yourself in the best position that when you're ready, and take time, please, you're gonna find your soulmate. You're gonna find that person that you wanna be with. And maybe you say, I love myself so much, I just wanna be alone. And that's fine. But that's what you need to do.
Funniest part about the divorce rate is not the fact that about half of all marriages end in divorce as of 2022 in the US, but the fact that for second and third marriages, the divorce rate increases so dramatically.
I don't respect women who are sexually liberated out of trauma.
That's not fair. That's crazy.
What does that
edit
mean?
That. Edit that.
No.
Like
she's gotten
proud of their trauma.
Yeah. Being proud of your trauma. Do you think that? So when a woman, because you said being proud of their trauma, as soon as he said that, is that what you think that it is? When a woman responds like that after she's been sexually assaulted or whatever, you think it's her being proud of it?
It's not being proud. It's
okay, I just want you to, because you said that.
But when it comes to the statement that Rico made, saying that I don't respect when women respond, like, I guess, with promiscuity, with out of trauma, I think that it's unfair for us to decide what someone's healing process looks like, because even when men and boys have been touched or things like that, one of the signs that you usually notice is that they're promiscuity. Yes, it goes up.
Right.
And so that is a side effect. It is actually a symptom, and it's one of the key ways that your therapist is like, hold on, what happened here? And so for us to say, I don't respect this process.
A man going through a divorce is a crazy thing. It is just so stressful. But there's two things that are fundamentally important that you do. And number one, you got to get an attorney, and you got to get an attorney that works for you. But the second thing that we talk about that he agrees upon, and even in the interview, I say, perhaps this is the most important thing. And he's like, you know what? I see how you could say that. But it's get your head right. Get happy. Do not allow this to mess up your life. And what is so fundamentally important about all of this is that if you are off or allow this massive ball of stress, this blow to your masculinity, this blow to who you are as a man, because divorce will do that to affect how you feel and your outlook on the world. It'll tear you up, man. It'll tear you up. And so this is why I say you've got to join a men's group. It may not be my men's group, but literally if you are anywhere in the world, you can access my men's group and get 24-hour support.
Guys, thank you for watching Modern Fusion TV. Drop your comments down below. Drop a like on this video. And most of all, please subscribe to the channel. Really appreciate it, guys. Until next time, baby. Deuces! 304s!